Are you having challenging times? Maybe you got laid off. Maybe you have an ailing parent. No matter what the challenging time is, Archangel Michael, my spirit guide portal, volunteered to give you an intuitive message on how to be resilient in challenging times. Now, he also wanted me to share with you his amazing story of how he came to be in existence. I'm Deepa Liu, and I'm the creative mystic, and I get visions of different spirit guides that come to me in meditation. And I've come to learn over time that all these visions are different spirit guides that want to come and bless you with different divine energy to help you have faster transformation, manifest your purpose, have a happier life, to help you in your life, basically, to bless you with being able to come to the truth of why you're here on the planet and what you want to be, do, or have. Okay? So let's get going. So Archangel Michael came to me in a vision in meditation, and this blue light around him in the wings, and I saw his sword over his head, and he came with the blessings of not, most people think of Archangel Michael as protection, but more importantly, empowerment for you to step into your power, into you knowing what your purpose is, to help you come to the place of whatever those emotional wounds and beliefs are that are keeping you from shining your light. Archangel Michael wants to bless you with the ability to step into your power and allow your true self to come forth. So that's what this portal is created with. So if you'd like to get your own reproduction of Archangel Michael, please go to my website, deepalu.com. I'll have a link there that leads right to him. You can get one and you can start to work with him and receive the blessings of him. All right. So let's get into the message. So, what I do with my spirit guide portals is I do a prayer, which I'm going to start here in a moment. I'm going to start with a prayer. I'm going to tune into Archangel Michael's energy in the spirit guide portal because his energy is radiating out to you as we speak right now. And if you're watching this on video, please, as I'm doing my prayer, gaze into his image and tune into his energy because he often comes through if you're tuned into your intuition at all, because everybody's intuitive, but it's whether or not you're actually understanding your intuition and understanding the language of your intuition. If you tune in, he often will give you your own message directly. But today I'm going to be giving you his message, his guidance on resiliency and how to be more resilient in challenging times. Okay, so as I'm doing the prayer, if you're watching this on video, please, with relaxed eyes, gaze into the image and just kind of tune into his energy. If you're just listening to this by audio, then just if you're not driving, close your eyes and imagine Archangel Michael in front of you. If you are driving, obviously keep your eyes open and keep looking at the road, but just kind of be open, like say, I'm open. I'm open to receiving Archangel Michael's guidance and what he has to do, that's what he's going to say and bless me with, that's going to help transform me. Because the whole reason why these spirit guide portals are here, each one that I've created, is to help bless you with transformation, with faster transformation in any area of your life. If there's something that you're not liking in your life, that you're feeling dissatisfied with, or maybe you're just feeling bored, that means some kind of dissatisfaction, okay, is a transformation has to happen. A change has to happen. And we as human beings tend to resist change. But if you want fabulous things in your life, you want to welcome the change, welcome the transformation, because there can be no transformation without change. Okay, so I'm going to start with a prayer. I am going to be switching the camera to focus just on Archangel Michael here in a moment, and then I'll switch it back later. But I want you to just know as we move forward that I want you to just do your own little prayer if you can about being open to the guidance and message and the blessings, because the blessings are an energy that Archangel Michael is sending to you right now to help you receive and willingly accept the blessings and the transformation, because you can only be blessed if you're open to receiving. And that's what people don't understand, is sometimes if you're resistant, that keeps all blessings aside. You can't take it in if you're resistant. All right. So let's get to Archangel Michael's guidance about resiliency. I'm going to switch the camera here. Okay, like I said, just focus on your breath for a moment as I tune into Archangel Michael's energy. And I want you to tune into that energy too, so you can be receptive to the blessings of Archangel Michael. Doing that deep belly inhalation where the belly rises with the inhalation and falls with the exhalation. Now, that next deep belly inhalation, draw on the energy of focus. And on the exhalation, let go of any distractions, any business of the day. On that next deep belly inhalation, draw on the energy of divine presence, specifically Archangel Michael, allowing that divine presence to expand into every fiber of your being. As you allow that energy to expand within every fiber of your being, I'm going to start with a prayer, and you can follow along or do your own silently. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Great Spirit of the universe, and Archangel Michael, who so graciously volunteered to be here in this episode of The Creative Mystic. We ask that our hearts and minds be open and receptive to all the guidance and all the blessings. And we especially ask that all the hearts and minds be open and willing to receive the guidance, to receive the blessings, and especially to receive the transformation. Om. Peace. Amen. And as I tune into Archangel Michael's energy, and as you gaze into his image so that you can receive the blessings of this guidance that he's giving you, Archangel Michael really is wanting you to understand that resiliency is actually your protection. A lot of times when people think about protection, they think about, I have to put up my guard. You know, like people, you sometimes will sense people who have like kind of a shut down heart, because they've been hurt, or maybe they put their guard up when they meet new people because new people make them uncomfortable. And he says that same thing happens with challenging times, with new situations, is that we tend to put our guard up and protect ourselves, and that you don't really need to do anything specific to protect yourself to be resilient. Resiliency has nothing to do with actual protection, with the mindset of protection, because the mindset of protection is one of fear, that you feel like you need to protect yourself because you feel threatened in some way. Either whether maybe you're fearful of, will you have enough money, or will you be able to deal with the challenge that's here, that you're not sure, like maybe you lost your job and you're not really sure about whether you can find one that is as good as the last one, or have the money or the attributes you want in a job. And it's telling you that resiliency is about having faith. Not just faith in yourself, but also faith in the divine. It's faith on both ends, and that's what he's talking about resiliency. Is you build your resiliency by building your faith, and you build that faith by releasing your grip on what you're afraid of. He says that the resiliency will naturally build and become stronger when you allow yourself to actually acknowledge what you're afraid of. So he's giving the example. So if, let's just say, you lost your job, you got laid off, and you're pretending like, oh, everything's great, I'll be fine. Or you're on the other end of, oh no, this is terrible, I'm never going to get a job like this again. He's telling you that you want to be able to not be on either side of the spectrum, is what he's saying. He's saying you want to come to the center if you can. And he says you come to that center by coming to your center. And what he means by coming to your center, he means by quieting your mind, having a moment like maybe meditating. It's one of the reasons he's telling me to tell you this. One of the reasons why I do these different guided meditations with the different spirit guide portals is to help you bring your energy inward. Some people are really great at silent meditation. Many are not. In fact, he's wanting me to share a story with you many years ago when I was meditating, and I would meet different people, especially when I went mountain biking, because I used to just love mountain biking. I still love biking. I don't do as much heavy mountain biking living out here on the East Coast, but he's wanting me to share with you when I used to meet people and I would talk about how much I meditated and I chanted, people would tell me, oh, I can't meditate. And I said, oh, well, why do you say that? And, oh, I tried, my mind won't stop going. And what he's saying is, I would tell people it's not about stopping your mind and having an empty mind, because everybody would tell people to empty their mind and they wouldn't empty their mind, and so they thought they couldn't do it. It's really learning about how to focus your mind. That's what meditating is focusing on one thing until everything else drops away. And then pretty soon that one other thing that you focused on drops away too. But what he wants me to tell you is, if you're a person that can't focus your mind, that doesn't mean you can't meditate. He's inviting you to do a guided meditation. Like, you can do more, he's saying, of the meditations I have, or find someone else you resonate with if you don't resonate with what I have. But he's saying that he comes and tells me sometimes to do meditations or my other guides, because not everybody else is good about focusing on one thing and quieting their mind. And there's different forms of meditation. So he's talking about what you can do to center yourself within you. So you could do a walking meditation. So you go out and you walk and you take steps and you center your energy into yourself rather than what everything is happening outside of you. And so to build your resiliency, you have to build your muscle to take that quiet time for you. He says the reason why you don't feel resilient is because you're spending all your energy worrying about everything that's outside of you. You're worrying about the economy, your job, other people. And he's saying that if you want to become more resilient, you have to take time for yourself each day to go inward. Now, that inward could be you go on a walking meditation so you can center yourself in, where's my energy feel? What does my energy need? What do I actually need to take care of myself? Because resiliency comes from self-care, and he wants you to get that. Resiliency doesn't come from the magic button or drinking more coffee or taking the magic herb. Resiliency comes from the ability to empower yourself to say, you know what? I am important enough and I love myself enough to carve out a little bit of time for myself. Now, that might be 10 minutes. It might be half an hour. It might be an hour. There's no rule here, but he says the important part of resiliency is to get honest with yourself of where you are emotionally. So if you're afraid, to acknowledge the fears. So if you got laid off, to acknowledge, I am having a little fear about being able to find that perfect job that I'd like. Or maybe you got laid off and you go, I really want to go for what I really want, which is maybe I want my own business and I really want to do that, and I'm having some fear about it, but I know it's what's true. And then you start to go to the next step of, now what do I need to do to take care of myself so my energy is resilient? Now, he's asking me to share it with you because I've done some episodes about making your most valuable asset is your strong energy. And you can go check out those. I'll put the links in here for you. He's wanting me to share that with you. You need to make strong energy top deposits into your energy account. And he's saying that that's important for resiliency. See, that's self-care. When you make those strong energy deposits into your account, you're actually doing self-care. It could be you do a routine, the energy routine I have, where you can develop strong energy. Or it could be that you go out in nature because that's the thing that feeds you and gives you, resiliency. But he's also saying that the other important thing in resiliency is to be able to become very aware, and that's why you want to come inward and practice just taking those moments of self-reflection, is you want to become very aware of the thoughts and the habits in your mind, because it is those habits of worrying, of maybe mentally beating yourself up, of projecting into the future, all that diminishes your ability to be resilient. So resiliency comes, he says, from what he said so far, and also that you bring your energy into the present moment. You don't project to the future. You don't worry about the past. You bring your energy into the present moment. And you're going to go, oh, easy to say, right, but hard to do. That's where those moments of focus, of bringing your energy inward, starts to develop the ability to stop projecting into the future. And he says you want to be practicing this by also saying to yourself, at this very moment, everything is fine right now. He really wants you to get that. At this very moment, everything at this moment is fine right now. And that will start to help you release what is taking you away from your resilience that you have. Because what he's saying is that you are naturally resilient. You are wired to bounce back, to come back, and that it is our way of thinking, our habitual way of projecting into the future or into the past, of worry, or resistance that breaks down our resiliency. And the part that really builds it up is having the ability to do the self-care and the self-love, to take that time to do something that helps you reflect inward, to quiet your mind, relax your body, even if it's only for 5 minutes. And what he's saying here is, if you feel like you only have 5 minutes, because sometimes people feel overwhelmed, what he wants to challenge you to do is to take 5 minutes throughout your day. So maybe you don't have, like a half an hour altogether that you carve out, but maybe you have 5 minutes while you're waiting to pick up the kids because you're sitting in the car, and you focus on breathing, deep belly breathing and meditating as you wait. Or maybe you have only a minute while you wait at a stoplight. And I used to tell this to my clients all the time who wanted to learn how to meditate and would say they didn't have time. I say, okay, if you don't have time to carve out a half an hour, then just at every stoplight when you drive to work, every red light, you meditate for that 30 seconds or a minute. I said, the person behind you will honk the horn and let you know when it's time to go. And so you just, you carve out those little minutes. So Archangel Michael's wanting you to carve out those little bits of time so you can build up your resiliency, because it's not about you have to change who you are. It's about empowering yourself to connect to who you truly are, which is this amazing, powerful spiritual being. Whether you're an empath or non-empath, HSP, non-HSP, doesn't matter. Resiliency comes from within and from connecting with your higher power. Whether it's your higher power, whether you believe in the angels, God, Buddha, Allah, the universe, there is this universal energy that is around us, within us, that you want to connect to. And that resiliency comes from taking those moments to bring your energy within. So if you liked that message, and I would love to hear what you resonated with about this message about resiliency and how to become more resilient. And also, what are you willing to commit to? Are you willing to commit to that time of, I'm going to connect with myself inwardly, and put down there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe it's going to be 1 minute at every stoplight. I would love to see that, because by putting it out there and speaking it into the comments, you're giving it a voice, you're more apt to do it. Now, if you liked what you saw, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, turn on your notifications. And if you want to be a blessing in the world and you know somebody who's going through challenging times and wants to learn a little bit more about how to be more resilient, please share this message from Archangel Michael with them. Remember, greatness is within you. It's time to shine your light, and I'll see you in the next episode. Blessings.